Now that we understand the concept of the moving average, let's explore a similar technique, the double crossover. In a double crossover, there are two moving averages, two moving average lines, the faster and the slower, the shorter and the longer if you wish. A popular combination in a double crossover is that of 20 and 50 periods exponential moving average. When the two moving averages cross, they generate entry and exit signals, buy and sell signals if you like. Now, to give examples, we are going to use the MACD, the Moving Average Convergence Divergence Oscillator. For short, we call it MACD. Don't let these complicated and long names scare you guys. I will teach you anything you need to know. Now, the MACD consists of two moving averages, the 12 and the 26 exponential moving average. The 12, I'm sure you guessed it, is the faster one, and the 26 is the slower one. Now, when they cross, they generate signals because it's a double crossover concept that we use here. Now, on the lower part of the price chart, at the bottom area, the MACD window appears. In the MACD window, we have a horizontal line, the zero line, or if you wish, we call it the equilibrium line. Now, when the blue line moves above the zero line, it implies that we are having a rising market. When the blue line falls below the zero line or the equilibrium line, then we assume that we have a declining market on our price chart. Easy? I'm sure you like that. Now, the blue line is actually the difference between the 12 and the 26 exponential moving average. One more time, the blue line on the MACD window represents the difference between the 12 and the 26 exponential moving average. And actually, to be more specific, when these two lines, the 12 and the 26, cross, actually, the blue line will cross the zero line. And the crossing of the zero line, one more time, generates signals. Now, there is a red line as well. The red line is a smoothing version of the blue line. It's a smoothing version of the MACD line. It is actually a 9-period simple moving average of the MACD itself, and we call it the signal line. Now, the crossing of the MACD and the signal line generates signals once again, but these signals are faster, and as they are faster, there are more false signals. So, caution here that if you are a conservative trader, perhaps you will avoid the crossing of the MACD and the signal line. A crossing of the MACD and the signal line above zero generates a sell signal, and a crossing of the MACD and the signal line below zero generates a buy signal. Once more, there are more signals and there are more false signals. Keep that in mind, guys. The difference between the MACD line and the signal line is displayed on our MACD window as a histogram, as bars, as vertical bars that move up and down the zero or equilibrium line. Did I mention that the crossing between the MACD and the signal line generates signals? Well, more signals, it implies more false signals, so be extremely careful about that. In MT4 and MT5 trading platforms, the MACD is presented a bit differently. Instead of the line, in MT4 and MT5, we see a histogram, vertical bars that move up and down the equilibrium, the zero line. The signal line is still here. And once again, the crossing between the histogram and the signal line generates signals. Be extremely careful with that if you are a conservative trader. Now, when we talk about oscillator analysis, what comes in mind is the concept of divergence. The concept of divergence between price and the oscillator. But to be honest, I find this topic a little bit advanced for here, so I will save it for later on. Stay tuned. See you in a while.
Hi guys, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell to keep up with new videos.